So regular origami paper is square. Most of our paper that we're trying to use, if you don't have origami paper, is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of copy paper. If you don't have copy paper, hopefully you have a sheet of loose leaf or a page that maybe you ripped out of your notebook. Now, with the pages that are loose leaf lined sheets, they should have this red line that you can cut off. So now that we have this paper ready, we want to make this paper into a square. I'm going to show you this in two ways. We want to take this corner and bring it all the way over to this side of the paper, and making sure that we have this side folded like a triangle. You will see that there is extra paper on the bottom. That is what you can cut off. Because I like to make sure my lines are straight, I can use this to draw and trace the line. And now I see the line that I need to cut. So all I have to do is cut this line. And now I have the square. So hopefully, if you have loose leaf paper or a notebook paper, you're able to measure out the square. Also, with your copy paper. Another way to make a square would be to fold your paper in half. I like to use the long side to fold. Take the top corner, fold it over to the other side of the paper, and then trace the line here, and also trace the line in the fold. Either way is fine to make your square. So today we're going to use our square to create a fortune teller. A little base of the square is used for most of our origami designs. So we have our first fold, our diagonal, and then we're going to create our other fold on the diagonal as well. And you want to do that by matching the corners on one side to the other. And I'm still making sure that it's even, so I haven't pressed down yet until I see that it's even, and then I can make my pressed fold. Then our next fold, see here, you're gonna see that you have an X in the middle of the paper with the fold. Our next two folds are just on the horizontal. So you want to fold it in half, one direction, open it up again, and fold it in half the other direction. So that you're able to understand the next step, I want you to see where the center of this paper is. Each corner is going to go to the center. So we want to make this corner meet the middle. So we're going to fold another diagonal and close all of the corners into the center. Now that we started the folds on this side, you want to flip it over. This is the smooth side of the paper. Just has the back folds. The other flaps are folded underneath, so you don't want to move those yet. Now you're going to take these corners and fold them into the center again, making the square smaller. Try to make sure your folds are even, because sometimes a little bit of overlap might get stuck, but it's okay. Keep practicing these folds. It took me a long time to figure these out. So now that I have these folded on both sides, you see how this has a double fold here, and this is the single fold on the side? You want to close this up by folding it in half. Now this is one of the hardest parts. I have these double folds inside and the single folds out here. What I want to do is hold this on the outer corners, and I'm going to try to bring my fingers together. Now this might be a little challenging, but take your time and don't worry if you have some of these problems like I'm having, because you actually want to open up all of these little flaps so that you can see inside. It might take a few times. I could try it both directions to get it to open up. It'll almost look like a star shape here. And now that I have this star shape folded up, I can now open the flaps. Open the flaps. And now I have my fortune teller. Have fun with that.